Welcome to our social media platform, the YouTube videos. This is the platform that will never fail you in any aspect of life. This is where you can get the original wisdom, knowledge that human beings normally are supposed to have. Don't think this world is a successful world with all the scientific developments, scientific excavations, scientific research, and scientific progresses. It does not make the world what actually it's supposed to be. This world was supposed to be a family from one man and a woman. But look at the way we live. If truly we have developed, why are we killing each other? So there is a big problem to be tackled. That is why the Bible school is very, very important to you. So get seated. We are in class. Get your notebooks, get your pen, get your textbooks, and get everything that you need to get ready. Let me get the manual that we are supposed to be looking at. Don't worry, those of you who have been worried about getting the manual, you will get it. We want to be sure who gets a copy. Not everybody, because there are many people that are still agents of darkness that are hanging around in this platform, but they don't know we know. But we are giving them opportunity if the influence of God will influence the demonic possession they have. So we don't want people like that to get access to the textbook. It's not about money, like we will just sell it. And I know people will pay any amount, but it's not about that. It's about people not able to work out against the kingdom of God. Someone might think, why do we still, or why are we teaching the Bible school? Why is it so necessary or important? Is it not pastors, reverend ministers, church leaders? No, every human being, 10 billion on earth, are supposed to know the Bible. Why? Because it is the manual of their lives. It is the manual of the whole creation that you see. Of course, if you fail to study a manual, you can never benefit from an equipment you have spent money on. No way. In the olden days when we were young, the musical system is what we call the tape. And all it has is stop, play, record, forward, rewind, and pause. That's all it has. So whether you read the manual or not, it is simple. Even that one, people only know how to stop and play. Finish. Some people bought tapes and died and left it. They never rewind it. They never forwarded it. Why? They don't even know what it is. All they know is the play. And all they know is the stop. When you fail to know the manual of any equipment, all you will do is to abuse that equipment. Big time. Whilst I'm talking to you, please like this video, because your liking this video will let others who even don't know anything about the Bible school get to know it, because the system will send it to them. And you need to share it so that those you have as contact, family members, friends, and whatever, your work colleagues, they will also get this good information. And if you are watching this video for your first time, please subscribe it. Subscribe now, otherwise you will forget. Like it now, otherwise you will forget. Share it now, otherwise you will forget. These are very important when it comes to this assignment. Because you know the Bible, which is the manual, charge us that those of us who know what is right, if we fail to let those who do not know, when those who do not know die, their blood will be required from us. I don't want to be guilty of anybody's blood. That is why if you like this video, it will let people who don't even know where they live on earth get hold of it. Because that's how the system operates. The more likes you have, the more your videos will be broadcast and marketed by the Google system. So that is why the like is important. So back to our point. It is not only reverend ministers, spiritual people that should know the Bible. Every human being. Because we don't know the Bible, everybody is following their own religion. Who told you so? Did you create your own self? What right have you got to decide which kind of religion you should follow? In the first place, no religion has any deal with God. They are all Satan's agenda. It is Satan's plan, which we have labeled as preoccupation to good works. What is preoccupation to good works? Satan is so smart and clever that he will preoccupy us as human beings, and we would think we are doing good things. Just occupy us till we die. Then we will realize that we wasted time. Not all good works are right, but all right are good before God. I repeat, not all good works or good things are right, but all rights are good before God. So what God is interested in is for you to do the right thing. This is my religion. Who told you that you are supposed to have your own religion? That is why we have condemned Christianity, which is the biggest religion in the world, 2.8 billion plus, followed by Islam, getting to 2 billion. Religions have no dealings with God. Look, if religions have any link with God, how many years have religions been on earth? And look at the mess they cause. The Crusaders, who were they? Were they not Christians from Europe? I challenge you, historians. They were Christians. When Jesus said, love your enemy, how dare you kill your enemy? That's why Jesus put the ear of the religious people that came to arrest him back. When his disciple Peter used a knife to cut it off. He said, Peter, no, don't do that. In our kingdom, we don't do things like that. If I came to fight, I have a better army in heaven. Better army. So the Bible is a necessity. It's a sure document to your life. That is why it is a manual to our lives. That's why I mentioned, if you don't study a manual, an equipment you have invested in will be useless. You will never benefit in it. Currently, the 11 Pro Plus iPhone has been out. People are rushing to buy very expensive phone. But at the end of the day, how many people will read the manual and to be able to know the things it does? Some of the phone, even currently, instead of you to type a word or information you want to search, when you talk, it will just speed your talk and search and get you what you want. My goodness, that's technology. But if you fail to read the manual of that phone, you will never know this. And you'll be wasting energy and time. It is God who made wisdom to be abound in this world. That's why scientific development is quick. But it is to fulfill his purpose, not the purpose of the devil or not the purpose of any human being. Preoccupation to good work has made religions important, but they are not linked to God in any way. If you want, sit down and examine your own life as a religious follower, whether you deal with the truth. Check it. See whether your life is correct. Look at what the religious leaders even do. Look at the kind of life they live. Somebody will say, but how about you yourself? Oh, myself. Just find out from those who know me. Sometimes when I give my own records, some people get confused and, people are shocked. Yesterday, I did something. It's not the right time for me to tell you. The kind of busy person I was. Very busy. But I was able to spend over 5 hours for a very suffering family. The thousands of calls. God made my office pick that call. Yesterday, I spent over 5 hours trying to see what I can do to help their situation. The right time, the details will come out. That is what we are talking about. As a leader, you are a shepherd, and the sheep is your concern. When a sheep has a broken leg, the shepherd carries that sheep on his shoulder till they get home. Then he will take something to work on it. That's why the good shepherd will fight the lion that comes to devour the sheep. But not a shepherd that milks the animals. that eats the animal, that wicked the animals, and don't care about the animals. That's what leadership has been in this world. The leaders pretend, dangerous hypocrites. They pretend, all leaders in this world. They have made themselves leaders, but they don't have leadership in themselves. That's why the manual is very important, the Bible, as a manual to your life, to creation and everything. What is a manual? Let's check the word itself. Manual. What does it mean actually? Where did it come from? There are two words, manu and el. Manu means make. El means mind. So the meaning of that word actually is the maker's mind. The maker's mind. So when you take a manual in the factory, the manual booklet is simply telling you the maker of that equipment that you found that manual in. His mind about the equipment. What came about he made that equipment, and how he wants that equipment to be operated, and how you can benefit the best from that equipment. So simply, when you buy an equipment packaged in a box, when you open it, the first thing you see is the manual. That's why it's very important. And on the manual, you see an image on it, either the symbol of the company. For example, the Peugeot, you see that lion symbol. The apple, you see a bite apple. Be careful. There are some apples that are not beaten. They are fake apples. Every original apple, phone or laptop, the apple symbol, there is a bite. They have beaten part of it. So be careful. People have started. And people just buy apple. No, some are fake. What is the purpose of that symbol? That is the image. That is the seal that shows that it is actually coming from Mr. So and so or Madam so and so. You as a human being, you are a product that God manufactured. So as a human being, you also have an image. That is what God said, let us make man in our own image and likeness. So the image of God as a factory or a maker is on you, so that you are not fake, you are original. So every human being has the image and likeness of God. So back to the manual. When you take that booklet, the instructions are very clear. That read me completely before you touch the equipment. Whilst I'm talking to you about the manual, please like this video immediately as I'm talking. Just stomp like it and share it to people you know, and subscribe if you are watching this video for the first time, so that every time we release the rest of the series, you will get it. The manual instructs that read it very good and completely before you start touching the equipment. But what do? Sometimes we just throw it aside and go straight to the equipment, and then we go trying and lack on the equipment. By the time we start to operate the equipment, we have even spoiled some parts or some functions of the equipment. Why are we like that? How much time will it take you to study the manual? If you do obey to study the manual, they will tell you conditions in the manual. They will tell you laws. They will tell you instructions. They will show you the diagram. They will show you things in the parts of the equipment. And then they will tell you, follow these instructions. If you obey these conditions, you will get the best from the equipment. And they will even tell you, in case there's a defect, that don't send the equipment to anybody, and don't try yourself to fix the equipment. They will tell you, don't even operate the equipment underwater. If it can go underwater, they will tell you what it can do. Don't operate the equipment under the sun or under rain. They tell you all sort of conditions that will not affect or destroy the equipment. And they will tell you, if you follow the instructions very well, you will get the best from the equipment. Why? The maker wants to give the best to his customers. And he's not doing that because he knows you. No. He's doing that simple because of his name. The proper language is his reputation. Because when the equipment does not perform well, his reputation will be in danger. Does it apply to God, the creator, the manufacturer also? Yes. In fact, he was the first creator and manufacturer that other human beings learned to form manual. That is why in the Bible, which is the manual I am informing you about today, when you study it very well, as some of us have been privileged to read it over and over 600 times, the whole Bible in 15 years. One thing we have realized is the continuous statement that God says, if you obey me, if you do this, I will do this for my name's sake. I will protect you for my name's sake. I will provide to you for my name's sake. I will bless you for my name's sake. I will do this to you for my name's sake. I will rescue you for my name's sake. Why? He is the first person to talk about his reputation. But in those days, the language means my name's sake. That is why he mentioned my name's sake several times. Today's language has modernized it to reputation. In other words, if you do the things that I've told you to do, if you obey the instructions, I will do this for my reputation's sake. In other words, God himself does not want his reputation to be dragged on the ground or to be destroyed or to be tainted. So God was the first manufacturer who was very, very interested in his reputation. And that is why the Bible is a manual to your life. It's a manual to your family. It's a manual to your marriage. It's a manual to your investment. It's a manual to governments. It's a manual to cities. It's a manual to communities. It is a manual to towns, villages, and then the whole nation as a whole. The day we will all know the Bible as a manual, this world will be the most peaceful place. And then we will all enjoy and live like a family. Why will this world have 75% of its earth with water? And we still have almost 1 billion people who do not get good water to drink as human beings. Why? Because we don't know the Bible as a manual. All these leaders making noise for nothing. All these rich people. Whereas 1 billionaire can handle the problem of water in the whole world. 1 billionaire. But do they care? They don't care. What is painful is that they made their billions from you, the common person who hasn't got the water. And that is how selfish and wicked we are. If we don't know the Bible as a manual, this is the kind of life we'll be living on this earth. But you are highly honored and privileged that God has brought you our way. And we are also privileged to also have you listen to us, sharing to you what we have studied in the years that have passed, so that it can benefit all of us, so that one day this whole world will be one family. Don't let the suffering our ancestors suffered continue and become worse. This Bible is a manual to everything that we do on earth, if only we will be obedient. Remember to like this video and share it to those you know. And those of you who are watching this video for the first time, don't forget to subscribe so that we can get you the subsequent videos that will come. There's a lot to come about the manual, but this is the series we are running. Before the Bible school takes off, we need to lay a good foundation, because without the foundation, your building of the Bible knowledge will not be secured. That is why I'm spending all this time. So don't forget to like and to share and to subscribe this video. May the Lord give you understanding, and may I see you again on this channel. Bless you. Bye-bye.